video, we want to start talking about DSL models in PowerFactory. So this is the first lecture, and we will have a couple of lectures in a row. And in this lecture, we just want to make one simple DSL model about with two blocks that load the data from a text file and then insert it into the P and Q of one general load. So for this purpose, just we install one busbar, grid, and one general load. So the purpose is that we run the simulation and the P and Q for this general load is inserted from one text file that is saved in your computer. So this is your grid, but you need one DSL or one frame for your having the input to this general load. So for this purpose here, you should click on the create new tab. So in this new tab, here you can make a grid, or you can make some dynamic models, single line diagram, plots, or anything that you want. For this purpose of the DSL here in dynamic model, we have the composite model frame. Execute, this is a name, for example, test. Okay, and here we have a composite frame. So in this composite frame, we have different items that we can insert them into the system or the frame that we have. So, and inside of this also, we can later add the DSL. So today we will not work with the DSL, only this frame, because we don't have the control stuff, and it's only the frame. So here in the left side, we have different blocks. Here we have the different blocks, and we want to use this slot. Just put two slots here, like this. And if you double click in one of these slots, for example, left one, the properties for this one will be open. So here we have the name, we have the sequence, we have the class name, we have the model name, we have different things in the slot. And because we want to first load a data or a file, so first one we just name it file, and here we have the class name. So this is really important things. And what is this? The class name for each item in PowerFactory, we have a class name, or is something like the type that we have for each files in your computer. For example, we have .zip, we have .rar, we have .exe. Here also in each components, in everything that we have in PowerFactory, we have a class name. And how we can find them? By going to the data manager, and then here click on the new object. Here we can find any files that we have, any components that we have in PowerFactory. For example, for transformer, just write the transformer. Here we have ELMTR2 is a class name. Voltage transformer is STAVT. So we can find anything that you want on this part. If we back to the slot that we have, here we have the class name. The class name for this slot is ELM file, because it's a class name to make this slot suitable for inserting to any files. So we can make the file, and then here we can insert to this slot. And then we will have P and Q as output, so we'll have two outputs here. In the output signal, we don't have the input, we only have output. In the output signal, we can write Y1, Y2. And then if we press OK, you can see here we have two signals. If we make it with semicolon, then if we click OK, then we will have one output signal with two components. So, but here we have P and Q, two signals, so we make like this. So this element is done. For the second element in right, this is element for the load. So it will be the general load. So we will have the input of the P and Q to this one, and it automatically goes to the grid. So we call it load, and the class name of this one from the PowerFactory is ELM load. And here for this one, we don't have any output signal, and we only have input signals. We have two input signal here is P and Q. So we call them, later we discuss how we can find them, but here is P external and Q external. And when we press OK, here we can see we have two signal input, and there we have the outputs. So we should connect them somehow. Here we have the signal for connection. Just we connect them easily like this. Press escape. So we connected. And here's the system that we have. If we want to find how we can find that pxt and qxt, if we go for RMS result variable here we have the name for everything. So for example, speed and I don't know, anything that you want is here. Then you can write the name there, and then it will be input for them. But the point is that here is external input. So for that one, go back again to same thing. And here you change to signal and status. So here is a signals that can go to the load. Here you can see is P external and Q external. For example, you can also change, I don't know, reference frequency or anything that you want here. So this is the reason that we use P external and Q external. Okay. So here we made this composite system and composite frame, but the point is that we should add it to the grid that we have. If we want to add to the grid that we have, first we should make this composite frame into the grid. So for this purpose, we should back to the data manager again and make a new object into the grid that we have, and here we just should write the composite model. Click OK, and here it will be added. So now we have a composite model, but we should add the frame into this one. So by clicking on the select and select the composite frame, automatically this slot will be added. So here is a test that we made. And click just OK. This is automatically the slots will be added. Here we have file and we have load. These two slots that we have. And here we should add the net elements to this slot. So net element is element of that one, that slot that we have. So for file, we should add the measurement file because it's a measurement file. Just new object, this and measurement file, and click OK. And when you click OK, then we will have this frame. So in file here, we can add a text file. In the file, we should add a text file. So first, we should make a text file in anywhere that you want. And this text file should have some unique structure. So here, first we have 2 is the number of variables, and the first column is 0, 1, 2, 3 are the times, and then we have P and Q, 1, 1, 2, 1.2, or anything. Just save it anywhere that you want. And with this structure, when you save it anywhere that you want in the file, just insert that. And then for the net element of the load also, just click and add the general load. So we added the frames and click OK. So now we should test that is it working or not. So this is a composite frame that we have. Then if we back to the grid, and we should make one RMS simulation. So first we should add a plot here. First we make a, and then here we can make a plot. Here we add the element of the general load. And here, for example, P or Q. And then we should run the simulation for example, 4 seconds, execute. And then you can see here how is the system is working. So this data, this P and Q, came from the text that we added. So initially it's go up to some value and then go down to something that we added. So if you have some more oscillation or something, you can make a text file and then insert to the system that you have.